Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 16th to the 31st, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my websites, danehartguidedmessages.com or daneharttarot.com. They're listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, I want to thank each and every one of you for your healing energy, for your well wishes. You guys are just so amazing. My voice is not all the way back yet, but it is so much better, and I can breathe so much better than before. So thank you all so very much. Now let's dive into the meditation and the reading. Before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Cancer. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay. So just give me a minute. Take it in. All right. At the center of it all, I love it. With the Knight of Wands, there's some sort of magic coming forward, some sort of fire, passion, creativity that's being ignited during this time. There's a lot of productivity, a lot of action, a lot of determination that is guiding you. Now, you can have a fire sign energy in your life, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, or if you have fire sign energy in your chart, if you're born on the cusp with Leo, this is going to come through very proactively for you. You're going to go off of your feelings as you always do, Cancer, right? You come from the heart, and you need to come from the place of the heart. But this is also coming from a place of passion and creativity that's really going to drive you. It's going to add a certain spice to things that's going to be very nice. It's going to be very, very nice. Now, the challenge is the Hierophant. It's finding your space, right? It's finding your place. It's figuring out how to step into a role that you have wanted for a very long time. But at times you can question whether you belong there or not. Or you can question, do you have to do it this certain way or that certain way? So just be mindful about this. Now, this is also Taurus energy. Time frame is April 20th to May 20th. So here, there can be the sense of like, you can't have a Taurus getting in your way, but the Hierophant represents the Pope in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Is represented by the Pope in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So there can be a rule or a structure or something where you're sitting there and you're like, you're fighting with some sort of rules. You're fighting with some sort of like, this is the way it's supposed to be type of thing. Now, we always come from a place of love, of compassion, of do no harm type of deal. And here with the Hierophant, be aware that we're finding our place, we're finding our footing. And that's going to be very important. Now, it moves us to where we need to focus. And this is the Four of Cups. We need to focus on changing the way that we see things, changing our mind, because we're going to be looking at things, and we're looking at things in one very certain way. It's like, oh, it has to be done just like this. And Spirit's like, well, that's all well and good, but look over here. Look at this. Question this. There's a gift being handed to you. It is going to take you out of your comfort zone, most definitely. But once you start to see it, and once you start to look at things in a way where it's like, it almost feels like you're punching a brick wall, right? Right? In those movies where the boxer is training their hands, or the karate person, and they're always punching walls, or punching stones, or you read that in books too, and it feels like you've just been punching stones hoping to turn it into pebbles, and it's not getting you anywhere, right? Yes, you are very stubborn. You can be very, very stubborn. You have the patience and you have the tenacity of the oceans, right? Of course. But punching that stone is not going to get you to the place that you want to be. It can break your hand, most definitely. It can cause pain, most definitely. But it's not going to get you moving forward to the place that you want to be. So here we're looking at that place that we've been punching that stone, right? And now you're going to see with the cup coming in, with the thing that's pulling your attention, that's having you look at things in a different way, that Spirit is saying, hey, what about this? Look over here. Question this. Look at this. And when you first do it, you're going to be so ticked. It's kind of funny. All right. Funny to me, maybe not to you, but look and laugh, because it's going to be something that's taking your attention away from where you've been banging your head for the last 4 months. And now you're going to be looking at this, and it's like, oh, and that's going to be the illumination that comes through. And you're going to see yourself, and you're moving against a tide that you thought you would be flowing with. And that's okay. That's totally okay. It moves us then to what we're leaving behind. And it's too many options, too many choices. It's kind of like going to a restaurant, and in the restaurant having pages and pages and pages. And when you go to a restaurant and it has 5 things, you're like, oh, okay, this is better. Sometimes you like the pages, but right now you're done with that many choices. And it's also this feeling of being overwhelmed. It's like, where do I focus? Everything needs my attention. What do I have to do? And it's gotten to be too much. And that's why Spirit is kind of taking your hand and saying, hey, look over here. But the sense of being overwhelmed, now this is also, learning to focus on your dreams, and doubting your dreams, and questioning and seeking. But I really see this right now as I'm just overwhelmed. It's been too much. There are too many options. Too many people are demanding my time and my attention, and my energy, my space too. It's like, ooh, I'm just being pulled in too many different directions. It moves us then to our strength, and this is the Page of Cups. This is us. We're represented by the cups in the minor arcana, right? We are a water sign energy, the Page of Water right here, the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups sees things, just comes in. It's like that person that comes in and you've been working on this problem, and they're like, oh, why don't you just do that? And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't see it that way. I didn't see that. And that answer had been there all the time. The Page of Cups has the most beautiful answers, the most concise, simplistic answers coming in, just from left field. And it's the sense of I didn't realize this. I hadn't seen this before. I didn't know. And your strength is going to be being able to see things differently, having a new point of view, having a unique perspective. And it moves us then to the near future, which is the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups is a wish being granted. It is prosperity coming in. It is power leading you forward. And here with the 9 of Cups, it's like you've been waiting for something for so long. And now that wish comes in. And now it's like, oh, now it's the time. It can start off really small, but it gains momentum. It gains power within you. And it moves us then to the advice. And that's the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is like, hey, you know what? Stand up for what you believe in, absolutely. But this is the time to stop the fighting, right? Stop the chaos. And this can be like, I have to fight for where I stand, and it's just always a struggle. And Spirit's like, step back from things and look at them a different way. That is going to be so important, because yes, you have plenty of people that you can be fighting. There are plenty of, idiots in the world that don't understand and don't see things. Get it, totally. And with the 7 of Cups right here, with the 7 of Wands right here, what you're going to be seeing is so much of your energy is just being drained. It's just being drained. So step back and say, what is it that I want? And now you're focusing yourself like a laser. Instead of a bonfire that's raging. It's going to be that laser focus that's going to move you forward. And it moves us then to the environment that you're in. And this is the Strength card. This is Leo energy. Time frame is July 23rd to August 22nd. So if you're born on the cusp of Leo, if you have Leo in your chart, it comes through very powerfully, but this is strength. And Cancer, a lot of times, because your strength is quote unquote more feminine strength. It is, more intuitive strength, emotional strength. You don't see yourself as strong. Okay. But what's really interesting is that in the tarot, you're represented by the Chariot. And the Chariot is like a charioteer back in the day was not Joe Schmo. The charioteer were the kings and the queens and the pharaohs and the chieftains. They were the people of power. And that is you being strong. That is you innately embracing your strength and your power. Because chariots are also hard to maneuver and work with. You're going to start seeing yourself as strong, seeing your heart, seeing things that you might have thought were your weaknesses before, right? Your compassion, your love, as your greatest strengths that start to move you forward in the most kind of unexpected, beautiful of ways. And it brings us then to the hopes and the fears. And this is the Two of Pentacles, right? You hope that you can balance everything. You hope that you can get everything done that you want to get done in this life and in this time and in this space and in this place. And you fear dropping the ball. Now you can fear dropping the ball so much that we never really try. So just be aware of that. Like this is a time, this is an end of a month where seriously here, Cancer, it's like you have to take that leap of faith on you, and you need to let yourself shine. It's just so important. Like the end of this month, it is so important to embrace the beauty and the tenacity and the brilliance that is you, and to know that you've got this. Don't put more on your plate. You're going to start to see like, oh, I got this. And so your immediate like instinct is going to be like, oh, I got this. I can put more on my plate. I can put more on my plate. But it's kind of like having like those paper plates at a picnic, right? Oh, I can put more, potato salad on this. I can put more. And then the plate breaks. And you're like, man, it all just falls on the floor. Don't let that happen, right? Don't break the plate type of deal. And then it moves us to the future. And this is temptation. Okay. And you might think, thank you, Dane. Now I have temptation, which is the devil, as my future. I don't like it. Capricorn energy. Okay. You are going to get caught up in rules, regulations. This has to be that way. This has to be that way. Now, with some things, that's going to make all the sense in the world. And you're like, yeah, I have to follow the rules in order to build the house. But to embrace your strength and your power and your beauty and your connectivity to what it is that you want, to your passion and your creativity. Do not box yourself in so much. You're also going to see, like the devil in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, right, is a devil holding the chains of a man and a woman. It is the opposite of the Lover's card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is an angel, blessing the union or blessing a man and a woman. So here, there's something that's chaining you. And the outcome of this time can either be staying chained or seeing the chains. And when I see the devil, I actually always think of the Disney, the Disney Christmas Carol when Goofy is Marley, and he says, I built these chains one by one. I always see that when I see the devil, and I just think it's so funny. But I built these chains one by one. Do not hold yourself back. And you will see during this time, it's like, oh, these chains are here, like, because of me. And that can be really harsh. And I don't mean that in a way like if you had anything really traumatic and awful happen, like it's not your fault. That's not what Spirit is saying. It's saying they're holding me. They're keeping me tied back. And I don't want that anymore. And so once you see the chains that were made tethering you, you get to break them yourself. You get to just absolutely melt them down and set yourself free. And that's this time. It's also looking at the structure of things and seeing how the rules work for you, seeing what it is that you want, seeing how to play the game so that you win. And it's not being deceptive. It is saying, these are my talents. These are my strengths. How do I move forward in this, right? Where's the gift that's coming in that has me seeing things and myself so differently as my passion guides me forward? Okay, you can have a bit of a conflict with an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, but you have Taurus and you have Capricorn right here. So I would say these two more than Virgo right now. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and Spirit guides. This is the Eagle. It says, you are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. You are. You're seeing yourself in such a different way. You're also setting yourself free. You're looking at things more openly and more honestly than you have before for yourself. And it's like, but this is what I want. And you're not afraid to say what it is that you want. It moves us then to the chakra message, and this is balance. This is the root chakra, and you are coming into balance with yourself, with the sacred masculine, sacred feminine aspects of yourself, with how you desire moving forward. It brings us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Princess of Wands. It's that fire sign energy, but it's it being immature. It's somebody coming in with their passion, with their creativity. The salamanders here, also in alchemy, represent the transformation. So it is somebody trying to transform things without the proper knowledge, without thinking things through, but coming in like a wrecking ball, but coming more in like a flamethrower. So it's very interesting. It moves us then to the subconscious spirit message. And this is the meadowlark. It says, smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. And it's like, know that so many more doors are opening up to you, so many more ways of moving forward, and this real sense of self and what you desire and where it is that you want to be. And it hasn't happened quite yet, like these doors of inner discovery, right? Smile, they're soon to be opening. You're soon to be heading in a direction that kind of blows your mind. It's like, I never thought of this. The subconscious chakra message is inspiration. This is the sacral chakra. And that's your creativity, that's your sensuality. And you're seeing yourself being inspired, but you're also seeing like this new dawn, this new way of looking at things. Like things were once gray and like they had like a sepia over them, like the sepia filter over them. And it made everything gray and dulled and like distant. And now you're going to see yourself having a new dawn, like having new light, new emotion, new breath, shining through on things. Now the energy here to be mindful of is the subconscious, is the Prince of Pentacles. This is somebody not being really open about money, prosperity, what they want, how they want to move forward. So just be mindful about this. But this could also be yourself being afraid to have conversations about money, being afraid to see how you can move forward in prosperity and success. The subconscious tarot message is the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. It is embracing happiness, prosperity, success, bounty, and beauty. You've come to a completion of a cycle emotionally. And that's where you live. You live in your emotions, Cancer. And you're going to see yourself stepping into your heart, stepping into what you love, saying, but this is me, and it doesn't have to follow the same rules as everybody else. And it can be harder for a Cancer, especially if you're around so many like very, very, very practical people that are like, well, where's the data? And how do you back this up? And this and that. And you're like, but I know. And your instincts are right. So trusting your heart, opening up that door, opening up that connection that you have with people, that's your superpower. And it's absolutely embracing it. However, your talents manifest themselves forward. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this month, of the end of this month, and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Cancer, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed end of May. Bye.